Hey, good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. Well, I'm going to look at Sanna Marin just really briefly because I noticed a few things. So, leopards, ravens, and cranes after watching a video, but we'll get into that in just a minute. I did look into her briefly when I made this trust stamp video and finished, but I didn't have it on the English version because I did the English one first. But I'll add the link for anyone who is interested. Well, yes, she has been in Time magazine, and of course, with the attire and being the youngest prime minister, you're gonna notice her. A little seductive, in my opinion, but whatever. So, do you think she's Freemason? Well, let's just look at her attire and what she normally wears. Well, normally it's black, but she will wear Finnish jewelry makings, Kalevala. But when she does wear something bright, it really does, you notice, because she doesn't normally wear it. So, was she chosen by the people? Well, chosen, yes, let's just take that word, but we know by who. Yeah, so yes, she is clearly one of them. So then I noticed this picture, and at first I was just going to add the picture and go past it, but I really had to stop and look at it because it's clearly a leopard with wings, and I don't know if that's a popsicle, but that's what I'm thinking it is. Interesting. I'd love your thoughts on that because the first thing that runs through my mind is Daniel 7:6. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of fowl. Okay, well, in her picture it didn't have that, but I'm just saying. Popsicle I'm not sure of, so maybe you guys could help me on that. But anyway, let's get back to it. Mostly she is wearing always black. Black, black, black. Everywhere it's like she's in mourning. Yes, I'd love to have your take on the jewelry as well. Don't know. I didn't look into it, but just first glance, what you guys might think of it. I don't know. So the whole story started here. Crow, the crow that was behind her, because you know they talk with pictures and symbols and numbers, you know, all of that. So here she is with her daughter and her husband, and the crow is behind her. So I thought it was a crow. Sanna came, but when you look at the article and the numbers they used, this happened in 2012. She was 27 years old. Wow, and around the population of 230 people in that area that she lived in. Interesting. Well, the crow, yeah, it's a symbol of change, magic, and Apollo. Transforming, and crows are therefore a symbol of black magic and evilness. I don't know if you knew that. I was not aware. So Apollo, yes, first thing that goes through my mind when I hear Apollo, many things. I mean, I don't know a lot about Apollo. You guys could probably share, but I right away thought of Trump and his penthouse and how he had Apollo on the ceiling and in an art painting there on the wall above the fireplace. But anyway, so let's get into it. Could it have been a raven rather than a crow? Well, there's not much difference between the two, but a raven is also affiliated with Apollo and Athena, and it's considered a messenger of gods, and crows are associated with war and death. Didn't know if you know that or knew that, but so when I heard last night, I happened to be going onto YouTube to listen to another video. Enter the Stars Casey was going over the raven. I'm going to share a couple short clips from there, but you are going to be absolutely amazed by what you hear. I'll add also right behind it some other clips of a raven talking. This is just going to blow your mind.
I'm going to show you a video here, and this is going to creep you out, okay? Ravens they are very smart animals. Here's the top 10 things about ravens. Now, remember, in the text, it said that the raven was circling overhead, and I believe that that is representing the Ouroboros. Now, what we know is that there was an enmity between the two seeds, the seed of God and the seed of the fallen ones. And this was talked about in the book of Genesis. And this is the biggest white elephant in the room. This is the biggest story that was never told in religion. Now, ravens are wanderers, they're scavengers. Do you think it's an accident that Cain, which was of the dark seed, was also a nomad, a scavenger in a separate bloodline than Noah? So now you begin to see this whole bloodline thing play out with the raven versus the dove. To me, it's obvious, hiding in plain sight. Now here's what's going on with ravens. These birds are up there in intelligence with chimpanzees and dolphins. Now I want you to listen to this raven. This is crazy. This thing sounds like a human being. Now, viewer discretion for some of you.
Nevermore. Nevermore.
This is unbelievable.
Waka 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 waka.
That is the raven speaking. Listen. So we have to stare this right in between the eyes. We have to look at this for what it is. That for everything God does that is good, the enemy is going to do an evil counterpart to throw you off the scent.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. What? What doing? It's fine. Look. Hi, 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 hi. Yes? What's that? What? What's that? A fable. Wow. 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 Fable.
Honestly, that sounds so freaky and sounds like parrots. That's a raven. Just insane. So anyway, the reason I even started on doing this video was because of this right here. These gentlemen were asking this man who wrote a book a little bit about his thoughts on politics. And he had around the 35 mark talking about exactly why I started this video. And you can look at the symbolism behind them. Many things I don't know, especially the 23 and the cube. So yeah, I don't trust any of them. But he brought this point right here. She was wearing a crane shirt. And this represented something, he said. According to him, having a crane symbol represents the willingness to go to the higher position or a higher level. Interesting. That's where it all started. And so, could this be a sign? Was it a sign? Well, I don't know, but the crane symbol, from what I could find, seeing it could be taken to mean that the person is eager to take charge of the situation and get matters into his or her hands. That's what it says. So, in my opinion, I really think it did mean something, because we know they speak in other ways because they can't be talking on phones. They could be tapped, right? Look, all I'm saying is it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in a man or a woman. And that's why I always say, research everything. Don't even trust me. But I'm going to add one last thing, because they're changing mask requirements here on all trains. Yes, it's a requirement, they say. Well, but then if everyone were to read the fine print, it says that if you have health issues, you do not have to be wearing a mask on the train. Well, just tell them you have health issues, because they clearly say that you do not have to have proof of the health issues. No doctor's letter, no nothing. Oh boy, I really hope people see the truth in all of this, but we all know it's very few and far between that will see and understand what is going on. So all I can say is trust in the Lord, stay calm, stay patient, and just know that God is still in control. Research, test everything. Pray and ask God for direction in all matters. So that's it. I have maybe one or two more videos if I have the chance, so I'm going to get right to it. God bless. Take care. Have a great day otherwise. Till next time.